Welcome back to Game on the Table. We're playing Deep Space D-6. And I've got 2 wins under my belt, so I've got 2 Don't Panics out of the deck. Alright, before I roll crew, let's get our initial threats out there. Make sure everything's set. Okay, we got our rescue telepath. Oh, okay, a warbird. And then I do need to pull one more because this is technically not a threat. Okay, assault cruiser. Let's roll for our first crew. And we got a scanner. Not a lot of helpful stuff here. Okay, well, we can take care of this telepath rescue mission. That'll come in handy. And probably first thing I'm going to do, unlock a scanner. And let's go ahead and send 1 unit to the infirmary. We assign you to tactical, clear the warbird, 1 damage. And we'll use this other medical officer to return from the infirmary. So hopefully we'll have a full crew next turn. Escalate. Warp. Let's roll for threat. So time warp will heal here. On a 6, nothing activates. That's great. Sorry, a time warp on a 2 will heal any damaged threats. Ooh, bad roll. Okay, new scanner right away. Space pirates. Okay, we'll return those dice. And let's see here. What is the most relevant thing for me to address right now? Probably. I think I'm going to reassign you to tactical. We'll do 1 point of damage here. And then I will just stasis beam the assault cruiser. Let's roll for threat. Oh, sorry, gotta escalate and then roll for threat. Robot uprising. That is a bad combo. This is a bad spread. Because guaranteed something's gonna activate. Oh, hey, good stasis beam. So the assault cruiser would have activated on a 4, but doesn't. So I get away with it. Okay, let's take a look here. This is better. Actually got quite a bit of damage I can spit out if I want, and I need to do 5 points of damage. Throw this out, but I could also clearly robot uprising, which maybe is what I want to do. I can do both. Okay, let's reassign you, and then reassign you to engineer. Clearly robot uprising. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. And great. Let's escalate and see what happens. Hopefully this isn't friendly fire. Nope. Strike bomber. Roll for threat. Ooh, bad luck. Okay, on a 4, I take 1 hull damage. And I have to send a unit to the infirmary. Okay, I think that's all the stuff that activates. Let's see what we can pull out. Okay, a lot of engineers, not really helping. Let's send 1 of you to the infirmary to reassign to a science officer. Then we'll use 2 science officers to clear the time warp. And can't do much with you, so I'll just return you, but then I'll use the medical officer to return all units from the infirmary. Okay. Boost morale. Let's roll threat. Oh, unfortunately on a 6 this activates, but there's nothing to clear, so it doesn't help, but hey. Better than sending another unit to the infirmary. Let's roll crew. Alright, I'm definitely going to use this tactical die. I probably need 1 more. Don't need engineers. Reassign you here. That'll give me 3 damage, which is enough to clear a strike bomber. Got 1 science officer to recharge my 1 point of damage. And I don't really need these guys, so I'll just return them. Escalate. Got a nebula. Bad luck. Takes my shields offline. roll for threat. And on a 2, the nebula does take 1 damage, so thankfully it's generally pretty short-lived. Let's roll crew, see if I can get rid of this and get my shields back up. That one's cocked. Okay, scanner. Yeah, okay, let's do 20 damage to the nebula. Get some shields back online and sets them at 0. I'll recharge my shields with the science officer. And let's unlock this one scanner. Alright. Raiders, they ignore shields, but by themselves are not too scary. Nothing activates on a 3. Just gotta keep that board clear. Keep the board clear. I think we got it. 3 points of damage, and I only need 2. 1, 2. And oh, should have done that first. Yeah, well, I'm gonna unlock you, and don't really need these guys, so I'll just return them. Let's escalate. Comms are offline. I can roll for threat, but there's nothing to activate. Okay. Don't. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have pulled that. That was the. I needed to roll my crew. Let's reshuffle here. Bit over flub. Okay. Let's roll crew. See if we can deal with comms offline. Which is sometimes a little tricky because you can't reassign. Let's see here. I'll send you to the infirmary, reassign you to an engineer, so I can take care of comms offline. Send you to the infirmary to use this medical officer to return someone from the infirmary, and well, then I can actually use this to reassign another medical officer, and I can unlock this guy. Okay, keeping the board clear. Let's escalate. Yikes. Okay, panel explosion. I can roll threat, but nothing can activate. So take care of this. Okay. Yeah, we can. So clear you with this medical officer. Great. And then I will use this commander, reassign the science officer to another medical. Clear that scanner. Okay, escalate. Corsair. Okay. Ooh, and our 40 activates. 2 points of damage. 1, 2. Kind of clumsy today. Alright, stop dropping things. Okay. Well, 2 tactical is a great roll. That will take care of this Corsair. 1, 2. And I think what I really want to do, just recharge my shields, sit tight. Just gotta be ready for the next threat. Hey, don't panic. And roll threat, but there's no threats out. Roll crew, which unfortunately this can only be bad for me because I can't do anything. Oh, there you go. So immediate extra threat. This is a two threat turn. I've got solar winds. I'll leave that up there. On a 2, it'll immediately discard and do 5 damage. And I can't really do anything with these crew, so I'll just sit tight. Escalate. Interceptor. On a 1, it does activate. It does 1 point of damage. Okay. So now we got stuff to deal with. Come on, good rolls. Well. Okay, I'll send you to the infirmary. Reassign you to tactical. Send you to the infirmary. Reassign you to tactical. Now I've got 3 points of damage. I can clear the interceptor. 1, 2, 3. And I will use you to bring everybody back from the infirmary. Recharge my shields. That was a good roll, actually. That worked out just fine. let's see here. Gotta escalate scout. And on a 2, unfortunately now the Solar Winds does proc. So I've got 5 damage immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then because I lost hold this turn, the scout does an additional damage. That was kind of a rough turn, but hopefully we can turn it around pretty quick. So yeah, I'm definitely going to bring my shields back online. And will reassign you to tactical. So I've got 2 tactical crew. Do 3 damage to the scout. 1, 2, 3. Clearing whole threats in a single turn is always good. I'm not going to use this commander because I am going to use this engineer. Bring my hull points back up by 1. Well, let's escalate. Cosmic Existentialism. And again, roll threat, but nothing can activate. Let's roll crew, see if we can clear up this existentialism before things get worse. Yeah, there we go. We'll clear that with the science officer. And then we've got more than enough engineers to repair the hull. So I'll use one of these commanders to reassign you to medical, unlock the scanner, assign an engineer, bring my hull back up to full. Don't need this guy. Let's escalate. Moving fast. Okay, got an interceptor. Let's roll for threat. On a 1, I take 1 damage from the interceptor. Let's see if we can keep this board empty. That's a good sign. It's a good run so far. Lock that up. Gonna reassign engineer to tactical. Can I safely assign another crew to tactical? Yes, I can. So give me 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. I can use this medical officer to unlock the scanner, keeping my. This is a crazy run. I'm keeping the board clear and I'm keeping my crew relatively full. Okay, let's escalate. Google boarding ship. Okay. Part of why this run has been going so well is because I've been dealing with easy threats. On a 5, thankfully nobody escalates, so nobody activates, so no damage that turn. Okay, another lock. I have full hull and down 1 shield point. Let's let's use 1 tactical crew member. I have to send them to the infirmary, but we can clear the boarding ship in one fell swoop. I'm just gonna clear the discard pile there just because it's getting a little sloppy. I'll recharge my shields, and I'll do something cheeky. I'll send you to the infirmary so I can get a medical officer to bring you back from the infirmary. And unfortunately, that's all I can do this turn. Let's escalate. Ooh, rescue mission. It's not a threat, so I gotta pull 1 more. Space Pirates. Not too bad. Let's activate. Oh, on a 3, you activate. 1, 2 points of damage. Okay. Oh, almost pulled the scanner. Can't pull that. Let's roll crew. Lock another scanner up. And I'm almost certainly going to do that. Here. I think I want to clear this rescue mission so I get this little bonus power. That would be handy. I want to put this guy. Just put him here. And I'll recharge my shields. All of a sudden, I can't clear this, so I can do 1 damage. 1. Can't clear this threat, and I've got 2 locked up scanners, so my crew is down to 4. Escalate. Thankfully, I got a don't panic. 12 for threat. On a 1, nobody activates, so that's handy for me. Let's roll my 4 crew, see if I can get this crew unlocked. Yeah, I can do a little bit of work here. So 1 tactical will help me clear the Space Pirates with 1 point of damage. And then I will use this commander to reassign engineer to medical. And I'll use 2 medical officers to unlock 2 scanners. So clear board, full crew, that feels good. Fighters, nothing to worry about. doesn't activate. Almost ate my words there. Okay. Yikes. Okay, 2 scanners. But also 2 tactical, which is handy. Well, I only need 1. Let's do 1 point of damage here. And let's reassign you to medical, unlock another scanner. And I can't use this tactical, so I'll just I'll hold on to it. Hey, another fighter. Let's roll for threat. On a 6, it doesn't activate. Alright, getting in my groove. Let's move. Oops, sorry, that was an engineer. We're going to use this commander, reassign this engineer to tactical, do the 1 damage to clear the fighter. And not really worth it to unlock a scanner to send somebody to the infirmary, so I'll sit tight. Let's escalate. Orbital cannon. Activate threat or roll threat. Nobody activates, which is handy. Okay. Let's clear this orbital cannon while it's the only thing out, because otherwise I can't do any damage to it. Shoot. Okay, well, can't do that now. Immediate new threat. Assault cruiser. That's enough. And wow, this turn just got a lot worse. Not going to be able to use these guys. So let's do 1 point of damage to the assault cruiser. And we'll escalate and see what happens. Corsair, let's roll for threat. On a 2, wow, really lucky. Nobody activates. Okay, full set of crew. Let's see what we can do. 1 scanner. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Let's do 3 points of damage at least. So I think I want to clear the assault cruiser. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just not going to use this engineer. I'm going to unlock this scanner. I'm going to stasis beam the Corsair. Let's escalate. Hey, don't panic. Roll for threat. And on a 4, this would have activated, but I've stasis beamed you, so you don't, which is great for me. Things are starting to heat up. Let's see if we can address this a little better. I need 3 points of damage. I can get that pretty easy. I'm going to reassign you to tactical with the commander. I'll do 2 points of damage, 3 points of damage. Go. And I guess that's all I really need to do. Don't need to do anything else, so the type. Escalate. Hey, the bounty ship. Oh, I hate the bounty ship. Okay, let's roll for threat. 5 doesn't activate, which is lucky. Let's see if we can clear it before things get worse. Scanner. I did get a nice pile of damage. Let's do commander reassigning to tactical. Do 5 damage. I only need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll use his medical officer. Unlock the scanner. Escalate. Hijackers. So all these 4 health threats were lurking near the bottom of the deck. Okay, on a 2, nobody activates. Great. Yeah, I can work with that. I can't really do anything else, but I can clear this the hijackers. These just get returned with these 2 commanders, which is great. And then these go to the return pool. Can't use them. Let's escalate. And don't panic. Maybe you can roll threat, but nothing will activate because there are no threats. Wow, this is the safest run I think I've ever seen. We will lock you up, unlock you, turn off my crew. Let's escalate. Hey, strike bomber. Roll for threat. On a 6, nobody activates. So I will just roll my crew and see if I can clear you up. Thanks. Okay, 2 scanners. I know I have this card, but I'm kind of holding on to it in case I do make it to the final boss, and that can save you on a really terrible roll. I got the damage cleared strike bomber, and I actually do have the leeway to reassign you to medical and bring one of you back. Let's escalate. Flagship. Yikes. Okay. On a 6, 3 points of damage from the flagship. 1, 2, 3. And see if we can keep up. I'm a little worried I'm going to hit a bunch of really difficult stuff right at the end. And now I'm rolling poorly. Okay, recharge your shields. I think we absolutely stasis beam you. Let's send one of you to the infirmary to do damage. 1 point of damage. And I'll return you from the infirmary. Okay. Escalate. Meteoroid. Thanks. Okay. And on a 1, Meteoroid takes 1 damage. Let's roll some crew. And really what I need here, I need to do a lot more damage. Have the damage to clear the commander. Reassign you tactical. I've got the damage to clear this flagship, so I will. 1, 2, 3. That's great. I don't really know what's worth doing here. I guess I'll. Well, I don't mind if that meteoroid takes damage. I kind of want it to tick down. So I won't stasis beam it. Let's escalate. Then roll for threat. On a 2, I gotta roll again because of cloak threats. On a 2, I gotta roll again. Okay, on a 3, nothing activates. Great. Okay, let's take care of some business here. Got another lock scanner. Definitely going to clear cloak threats. You don't want that out when the boss is out. Let's unlock one of these scanners, and then we'll sit tight. Escalation, distracted. Okay, lose a crew member. But on 3 or 4, I'll get them back. Great. On the 2, nothing happens. Okay, let's roll my 4 crew. Get something done here. This is not what I need, guys. Okay, I'm going to send you to the infirmary to reassign you to medical, and then I'm going to clear distracted, get that crewman back, or crew person back, and then I can't really use this engineer, so I have to wait. Escalate to a destroyer, that's not. And on a 5, nobody activates. A low activation game. So rarely feel like I get these like quiet games. Let's reassign you to tactical, and do 1 point of damage. We'll stasis beam you, and that's about all I can do. So let's escalate. We got a fighter. Roll for threat. On a 6, nobody activates, thankfully. I'm going to clear out the discard pile again. It's getting. See. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay, 4-person crew. Let's bring this guy back from the infirmary. Can't. Oh, I'm getting locked up here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's send one of you to the infirmary to reassign you to medical, to bring everybody back from the infirmary, and then let's stasis beam the destroyer. We'll escalate. Some raiders who ignore shields. Roll for threat. On a 5, nobody activates. Lucky. And let's roll. Okay, we can do some work with this. So I'm going to do 1 point of damage. We're going to clear the destroyer. That's the biggest threat on the board right now. We're going to use the medical officer to unlock 2 scanners, and we'll return you. Let's escalate. Apologies if I'm moving kind of fast. I'm just feeling like I'm getting into my groove here. Okay, let's roll the threat. On a 3, nobody activates, which means the mercenary does 2 damage. 1, 2. I finally got my full crew back. For 1 turn at least. Alright, immediate scanner. But I do have what I need to do some damage, so let's do that. I gotta clear threats. So you 2 will become tactical. And you'll actually unlock this scanner. So I got 3 points of damage to dole out. Let's clear the raiders, 1, 2. And the fighter, 1. Clearing whole threats. So that's 2 threats that takes 3 different kind of activations, 3 number activations off the board, which is great. Let's roll. Oh, sorry, gotta escalate. Raiders. Roll 4. That sends a unit to the infirmary, which is no good. But I did have a threat activate, so I'm not going to take damage from the mercenary. Okay, we really got to clear the invaders, so that's actually more important than anything else. Okay, another one. Unit. Okay, I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to send you to the infirmary to reassign you tactical. We're going to clear invaders. And then I'm going to recharge shields, and we're going to brace for a rough turn. Escalate. Strike bomber. Come on. Nobody activates, but that means the mercenary activates, which 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay. Only got 3 crew. Really need some medical officers here. Thanks. Okay, well I did get 1. So let's use them to bring folks back from the infirmary. And we're getting low on the threat deck, only 3 cards. So let's just spend the telepath. I probably should have spent this sooner. And let's look at what these cards are in order. The shield platform, that's going to be real bad. Friendly fire is second, and then pandemic. Okay, so I got to keep that in mind. So I do want to clear the shield platform, but you don't want to have a bunch of tactical out when this triggers, so I have to pay attention to that. Okay. Last one is pandemic. Okay. Can't use you. Here comes the shield platform. Let's roll for threat. 5. Oh, excuse me. I just shook the whole table. On a 5, nobody activates, but the mercenary does. So 1, 2. And to roll my 4 crew. I know I've got friendly fire coming out, so I've got to try to solve my problems without tactical. And I think the bigger problem I'm facing is that I've got too many locked up dice. So ironically, I'm going to send you to the infirmary, reassign you medical, unlock both of you, recharge my shields. We're just doing a defensive holding pattern turn because this is coming out, friendly fire, which my only tactical officer is already in the infirmary. Thankfully, I get to just discard that. And roll for threat. 4. Wow, bad luck. Okay, so send yet another unit to the infirmary and take 1 damage. But because you activated, don't. Okay, so I got 1 more turn and then the boss comes out. So I need to clear some stuff forward here. Okay, lock a scanner up. Let's bring you back from the infirmary. And let's do 1 point of damage to the shield platform so I can do damage to anything else. I gotta clear this, otherwise I'll have to clear 2 barriers to get to the boss. Pandemic. So 1s are bad. Just jinx myself. Okay. So if pandemic activates, send somebody to the infirmary. Meteoroid activates, which does 1 damage to itself. And Okay. Yeah. I guess that's it. Let's roll my 4-person crew. Let's get in the best shape we can before the boss comes out. Reroll you. Let's reroll you again. Okay. Well, I can bring you back. Probably a good use of time. Let's unlock you. Charge the shields up. This is not really my favorite turn, but I don't think I can take many more risks. Or actually, let's leave the damage in place. Let's clear the pandemic. That's way more important. Okay. So, I would escalate one more time, but there's nothing left on the deck, so the boss comes out. 4. We've got the barrier. Okay, that stuff is coming off screen, so I'm going to vertical some stuff so you guys can see it. Attack matrix, which makes you roll twice. Let's just slide everything over here. Everything on screen. Hydro cannons, missile array. Okay, lots of ways to get damage dealt. Let's roll for threat. On a 5, not the core. Skip. You don't activate. The barrier will recharge. So it's already at full health, so it stays at full health. And we'll activate our roll again because of the attack matrix. On a 3, skip. 2 damage from the hydro cannons. 1, 2. Oh, strike bomber activates. 100 damage, and we'll lose a unit to the infirmary. Shield platform doesn't activate. Okay, and because something activated, mercenary doesn't activate. Shoot. Okay, it's rough. We gotta clear the shield platform first. So, gotta do some damage for sure. Send you to the infirmary to reassign you to shields. Well, yeah, let's reassign you to shields. We'll do 1 point of damage to this shield platform, so that's down to 1. And I will return you from the infirmary. Can't use you. Not a great turn. Let's roll a threat. On a 5, the barrier recharges. Nobody else activates. And on a 2, hydro cannons activate. 1, 2. And nobody else activates. Wow, that's lucky. Okay. Let's see if we can clear this shield platform so we can actually deal with the boss. Okay, that is 2 scanners. I'm going to spend that to re-roll these 2. So let's for some space. We're rolling them up. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, so I can do 1 point of damage. The shield platform. We'll clear that off the board. Let's stasis beam some stuff, maybe? Yeah, let's get shields back up. And then we will stasis beam you. I really don't want to lose more units to the infirmary. And we will stasis beam almost guaranteed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So guaranteed something activates. Let's stasis beam the core. Yeah. All right, let's roll for threat. 3. 2 damage from the hydro cannon. 2. Nobody else. But attack matrix means I gotta roll again. 5. Recharge the barrier, but nothing else activates. Okay. We're hanging in there. We gotta do just a ton of damage. Let's go. Yikes. That's the opposite of a ton of damage. Let's see here. I'm gonna send you to the infirmary, reassign you tactical. I'm taking a risk here. I'm locking up some dice. I want to do 3 damage. 1, 2 to the barrier, and 1 to the core. So let's just slide everybody up. So these are all on 3, including the core. The core is now on 3. And recharge some shields. And so I'm in a really precarious position. Can't afford to lose any more crew. On a 3, 2 damage from the hydro cannons. 1, 2. 1 damage from the strike bomber, and lose a unit to the infirmary. That's not good. I only have 2 crew to roll next turn. And while active, the attack matrix is active. I gotta roll again on a 6. Yikes. Send somebody to the infirmary. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Well, I've only got the wrong 1 crew member to roll. So. Hey, that's kind of exactly what I needed. Brought my crew back. Let's see if I can make it through. On a 5, unfortunately, that means that the barrier comes back. Nobody else activates. Attack matrix is still in play, so let's roll again. On a 2, hydro cannons. So hydro cannons do 2 damage. 1, 2. And nobody else activates. Okay. Let's roll. Yikes. Okay, so that doesn't bring anything out, but it does lock me up a bit. Let's recharge and repair the hull, and let's see what happens. On a 5, recharge the barrier. Nothing else is active. Roll again. On a 2, hydro cannons do 2 damage. 1, 2. I'm hanging in there. This is not doing that much damage. If I can just get my rolls together, I can make this happen. Nice. So 3 scanners. There's no more threats, so that doesn't do anything. But let's recharge the shields, and then let's do some damage to the barrier. Go. Rolling threat. On a 6, I lose someone to the infirmary from the core. Nothing else activates. Let's roll again. Yikes. Lose someone to the infirmary again. Nothing else activates. Okay. Could really just use tactical. Alright. So that's not bad. That's kind of what I need. So I'll do 1 point of damage to the barrier. Got 2 left, so 1, 2. So now the core is down to 1. And I'll bring you back from the infirmary. Draw threat. No 5s. No 5s. 3. Hydro cannon activates. 1, 2. And strike bomber activates. 1. Lose someone to the infirmary. Let's roll again for the attack matrix. Yikes. So hydro cannon. 1, 2. Strike bomber. 1. Send you back to the infirmary and back down to 3 crew. This is a really bad setup. Okay. I really just need to do 1 point of damage and we can take this. And I can do it. All I have to do is send you to the infirmary, reassign tactical. Boom. And the core is off the board, which ends the boss and wins the game. So I'm going to call that yet another win. I'm going to take another Don't Panic out of the deck, and we'll try to make this a little harder next game. This has been Game on the Table playing Deep Space D6. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye.